Hey guys, welcome back to another video in Harehills, as you can see. So, last time I was down here, I ended up getting somebody who was quite aggressive towards me. And hell, the predators on my social medias were blaming me for it all. Which, you know what? This is the thing, and you need to learn very, very carefully that you are allowed to film in public. I was filming there for my safety and his safety. I actually bumped into the police. I didn't actually mean to walk into the shop backwards, but yeah, that was for his safety and my safety. And obviously he had something to hide. Looking back on that footage, right, he wasn't really even on the video. If you look back very, very carefully, he was there for 2 seconds. Nobody would have even noticed him. But because he made himself the star of the show by getting very aggressive, he got seen. Clearly. Wasn't my fault, as I seem to get blamed for. But, it was his fault. He came over to me. As you know, with a lot of audios or videos, right? You don't want to be filmed. Make your own privacy. Don't even walk up to a camera. Just keep your head down. Denise, even though I'm a YouTuber and all that, I don't like being on other people's cameras. So what do? I like that t-shirt there, the Slipknot one. Right, what do? I keep myself out of the camera. So if I see someone filming BBC or whatever, or just somebody on Brigitte, because I know they film quite a bit down there, I take myself out of that camera way. So, or I like cover up, so I'm in my own privacy by putting a face mask on and my hood and my hat. But yeah, so we are back up here for a little short time because 2 reasons. One, my friend is shutting his shop up here because people just don't want to be up here. They don't want to come to the shop for their safety because of other people, other idiots I should say, in the area. I don't know what to say. Just because when they come out of the shop, they get approached by people, or like prostitutes or beggars, mainly, or they're just scared that the car would get broke into when it's just parked outside the shop. I know I don't work there, but I'm up here a lot, and we would look after them, look after customers. But unfortunately, Games Temple is actually shutting his doors up here. We'll find a new location, hopefully. But, it is what it is. And secondly, today is actually the pack meeting in Compton Library. The police meeting. The Christians are somewhere over there. But, the police pack meeting tonight, which I will be reporting on. So, I will be back reporting on that tonight at about 6-7 o'clock, and I will leave it there, guys. I will see you guys shortly. Hiya guys, so I am here again for a police community pack meeting in Harehills at the Compton Centre just behind me. So I've just got up here, walked up. There was a bit of police down the road searching for drugs, I'm guessing. And I get to the library and they told me, oh, they're going to be in a small room today. Um, and security, I felt, were a little funny when they're like, oh, I need to make sure they're all out at 7 o'clock. I'm like, what do you want me to do about it? But yeah, security are really pushy. I get it that they want to go home after a long day, but we'll see what's what, and I'll give you an update shortly. Right. So, guys, just stood outside Compton Library waiting to go in, and again, I catch two shoplifters on camera going in and in Greg's and out of Greg's, taking what they want. Um, Unfortunately, they've done this again. They've done this twice today. They went in and asked the lady to move away from the counter. West York's police need to wake up about all this stuff, and Greg's management do as well. So, um, Greg's management, if you're watching this, help your staff, support your staff, um, and whatever. I mean, go from there. So, guys, the police pack community meeting has been stopped early because of a police incident. So, I'm going to have a little wander around and see if I can find the situation. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. The dealers are doing their thing, but I'm going to have a little sniff around, see if I can find it. But because obviously I don't know where they've gone, they're not down there. But I'll keep you on notice if I find out. So I'm going to have a notice at this rubbish situation. So, guys, some of the reports about the rubbish down alleyways in the Harehills area, this is what the kind of thing they're talking about. Just all over the place, and I'll show you more in a minute. Hi guys, so I am just here to report on the pack meeting for Harehills for the 27th of August 2025. So straight away, as soon as the members of the public, the locals come in, they asked about the deputy mayor, because they did ask at the last pack meeting, could we get the deputy mayor? Because there's some questions for them to answer, and only them who can actually answer the things. There was an email sent to them, but not heard anything back at the time. Then they were joined by housing, two members of the housing committee, two councillors, and three PCs. So, the car crime, what was going on, somebody has been arrested and charged. It is just going to go through the courts at the minute now. So, somebody mentioned about the stabbings in the area for the last couple of days. Somebody mentioned, to the police, you're saying you ain't got the resources to come down here, to Harehills and all that, to deal with stuff, but they can spend time the day after a stabbing knocking on doors, and not deal with the drug dealing or whatever issue there is in the area. The drug dealing has been reported for over 6 years now, and nothing has changed. The knife crime is heavy right now in the Harehills area, and there needs to be CCTV in the streets. If a local gets hurt,
the police will know about it. A member of the public said, "We're not locals," which means basically shouting from the rooftop, "We've been telling you for years and years about these issues. You need to deal with it." So somebody asked, because there were some CCTV in the area, why was the CCTV removed? So the CCTV was removed because funding run out. Yeah, run out, funding run out. Somebody asked how much CCTV was, never got an answer for that. There is a question which people could answer watching this video. Is the money spent right in the area for the issues in the Harehills area? So I don't know, for example, I don't know, maybe CCTV, community events, um, litter, I don't know. Councillors can't deal with the crime like the police can. The police need the support, um, but of what I'm told, it needs to go both ways, not just one way. Sorry, guys, I've wrote a bunch of notes as I can't use cameras. Where are we? The criminality needs to stop. Um, People talking about like the rubbish down these side streets, like the alleyways, which I'm going to show you now some footage of what I mean about the rubbish and the fly tip. So people have asked about putting more gates up like them down the alleyways, but they have been told they're not allowed to have any gates anymore. Um, with all the crime what has been happening and everything what gets reported, there has been no visual change at all in the area. Um, there's only a few CCTV cameras, and then them only stay a few months. In other areas, they stay all the time, 24/7. The police said they're out like 2 days a week for 2 hours in the area of Harehills, dealing and local. I can't read my own writing. So again, halfway through, there was people over speaking other people, and one of the locals, she's quite elderly. She did overspeak quite a bit. I do feel sorry for her. Eventually, she kind of just lost. Like she felt like she wasn't being heard and listened to, so she just said, "You know what? Enough's enough," and she walked off. Um, there was an event the other day called Places for People. There were no advertising whatsoever for this till the day on the day of the event, posted on social media. So no one really even heard about it. Even a couple of the members of Places for People didn't know about it. There has been a Romanian police officer, and he's been in the area and dealing with people for the last 6 months. And the Romanian community don't really respect him because obviously being the police, which everybody has an opinion for, fair dues. E-bikes on paths, nearly running people down, and it's going to be a matter of time when somebody does get seriously hurt. Um, Scrap vans and all that kind of stuff. Two operations were on out and about on scrap vans, and they hold them at Morrison's car park in the Harehills area. To pursuit in a police chase, there needs to be courses, and there's a lot of red tape for the police. Um, the police had to leave because there was an incident at the back of the library, so the police had to leave, and the meeting finished 10 minutes before it was supposed to because of the incident. I don't know what that was. I did try and find out, but I couldn't find him. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. thank you very much for watching and see you soon.